Harsh truths about men. A man will treat you based on the value he perceives in you. If he believes you're the most remarkable woman he's ever met, his dedication and devotion will be clear. But if he's inconsistent or confused, it's because he's unsure about his intentions with you. A man who knows he's found a diamond doesn't treat it like a common stone. Remember, this has nothing to do with your inherent worth. Your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. His actions reflect his perception, not your value. This is one of the harsh truths about men that women learn too late. Understanding these hard truths about men will save you from heartbreak, confusion, and disappointment. That's the harsh truth number one about men. Listen closely, because learning these truths will empower you in relationships. Let's begin. Number 1. You are the master of your own destiny. It's time to face a hard truth. Just because a man sleeps with you doesn't mean he wants to be with you. Now, some of you might think, well, that's obvious. But common sense isn't always so common. Everyone comes from different backgrounds, experiences, and beliefs. Not everyone receives this truth in a way that truly resonates. So let's break it down with clarity. For many men, intimacy is often just a physical experience. It's not the beginning of a relationship or a commitment. Men can separate these two things more easily than most women. So if you've ever been confused about why a man can be intimate with you but still not pursue anything serious, this is why. As women, many of us hold the principle that we wouldn't sleep with someone unless we genuinely see a future with them. And that's valid. But here's the catch. You can't project that expectation onto men. Not all men operate with that same principle. Some do, absolutely. But many can and will sleep with a woman without having any desire to form a deeper connection, and it doesn't always have to do with attraction. You may wonder, how can a man sleep with someone he's not even attracted to? Well, for some men, intimacy can be a momentary escape. It's about the experience, not the connection. It's a one-night thing. Nothing more, nothing less. A relationship requires showing up, emotionally and consistently. But when it comes to just physical intimacy, it's a temporary, momentary situation they can tolerate for that experience. When it's over, it's over. That's why it's important for women to realize that no matter how good it may feel, don't let the act of sleeping together confuse you into thinking there's more behind it. Just because he's physically present doesn't mean he's emotionally invested. It's not what we have in life, but who we have in our life that matters. Unknown. One of the biggest mistakes women make is believing that being intimate with a man will somehow change his mind or feelings. They think if I'm just better in bed, if I make him feel more, he'll want to take things further. But here's the reality. If he doesn't already have the desire to commit, no trick in the bedroom is going to change that. Yes, it's possible to pull a man in with intimacy, but that's not the kind of relationship you want. It may reel him in for a moment, but what happens after the spark fades? The greatest relationships are built on respect and mutual understanding, not temporary pleasures. Eleanor Roosevelt. If intimacy is the foundation of your relationship, it's bound to crumble. There has to be something deeper. A connection that goes beyond the physical. If that connection doesn't exist, then no amount of intimacy is going to build a strong, lasting partnership. Instead, you need to align your actions with your principles and not let your emotions lead you into confusion. It's crucial to consult with yourself and even your higher beliefs about whether a person is truly meant for you beyond just the physical attraction. Character is destiny. Heraclitus. It's about finding someone who aligns with your values and wants the same future you do. This means understanding your worth and standing firm in what you want. You can't compromise on that, because compromising will only lead to confusion and heartache later on. If you're ever in doubt about a man's intentions, ask yourself, is this built on something real or just a fleeting moment? Accept the reality that a man can sleep with you but still not want to be with you. Once you accept that truth, you'll be empowered to make decisions that align with your best interests and protect your heart. Don't get caught up in the illusion that physical intimacy equals love or commitment. It's a trap that far too many fall into. The sooner you embrace this truth, the stronger and more confident you'll be moving forward. You are the master of your own destiny. Ralph Waldo Emerson. So, ladies, stand in your principles. Know your worth, and don't expect others to operate with the same beliefs or principles as you do. Stay grounded in reality, and don't let yourself get lured into thinking that intimacy equals a future. It doesn't. Accept it and move forward with confidence. Number 2, don't love unconditionally. Here's the truth about love and relationships. Expecting unconditional love in a romantic partnership is a recipe for disappointment. That kind of love is reserved for parents and children. In romantic relationships, love isn't a one-way street, it's a mutual exchange. Romantic love thrives when both partners nurture each other's emotional, physical, and social needs. It's a dynamic relationship that grows from trust, understanding, and reciprocity. Don't mistake unconditional love for indifference to your partner's needs. Love is not something you find. Love is something that finds you, as Loretta Young wisely put it. But even when love finds you, it demands consistent care to grow. The key to lasting love is balance, making an effort while expecting the same from your partner. A relationship isn't built on perfection, but on mutual growth. If you want love to thrive, invest in it daily. Like all things in life, relationships require work, but the rewards are endless. Number 3, men value respect over love. Men often value respect even more than love. For them, respect and love are deeply connected. A man who feels disrespected will find it hard to open up or truly commit. When a woman offers genuine respect, she taps into a more vulnerable, loyal part of him. Respect is not about submission, but about acknowledging his strengths and character. According to Seneca, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Many men struggle with the fear of not being respected in their relationships, and this can drive them to withdraw emotionally. When respect is present, it calms that fear, allowing deeper intimacy to form. Respect builds the foundation for trust, which is essential for love to thrive. When you understand and respect your partner's perspective, you unlock a side of him that is more open and committed. He feels valued not just for what he does, but for who he is. Number 4, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. He fell for you because of the qualities that made you stand out, your playfulness, charisma, and vibrant social life. But sometimes, out of insecurity, he may try to isolate you, dim your light, and make you more dependent on him. Over time, you might lose the spark that attracted him in the first place, and then he claims he's no longer attracted to you, not realizing he's the one who caused the change. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly. Don't let anyone reshape you into their version of what's best for you. Stay true to who you are, because that's what made him notice you in the first place. The truth is, the qualities that drew him to you are the same qualities other people admire. If you allow yourself to be molded, you risk losing the essence of what makes you unique. As Eleanor Roosevelt said, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Always remember to maintain your individuality, your light, and your strength. That's what attracted him, and that's what will keep you strong, whether in or out of the relationship. Number 5, beyond niceness. The truth is, being nice alone isn't what men are seeking in a relationship. You'll rarely hear a man say, "I love her because she's the nicest woman I've ever met." Niceness is expected. It's the baseline, not the highlight. If anything, when relationships end, people often reflect, "She was so nice," but that's more of a consolation than a reason for love. What truly matters to men goes deeper: intelligence, a sense of humor, shared values, emotional connection, and yes, physical attraction. These qualities go beyond the surface and create a lasting bond. As Steve Jobs once said, "The only way to do great work is to love what you do." This applies to relationships too. It's about more than just going through the motions of being pleasant. It's about creating a meaningful connection that resonates on multiple levels. Men seek partners who challenge them intellectually, make them laugh, and share their passions. It's the combination of these deeper attributes that keeps the spark alive. For men, the challenge isn't finding someone who's just nice. It's finding someone who brings out the best in them and complements their journey. And for women, the key isn't simply to be kind, but to be authentically yourself, because authenticity is where true connection lies. Number 6, it's not about finding the right person, it's about being the right person. Being a great guy doesn't necessarily mean someone is destined to be a great husband. It's one thing to be fun, well-liked by friends and adored by family, but when it comes to marriage, a whole new set of skills is required. Communication, compromise, and a true commitment to nurturing the relationship are what separate a good guy from a true partner in life. It's not just about enjoying the good times, it's about weathering the storms together, growing and building something lasting. Marriage requires that kind of persistence, the ability to push through challenges and come out stronger on the other side. Being a great husband means showing up consistently even when things get tough and supporting your partner in ways that go beyond surface-level interactions. A great husband responds with patience, understanding, and resilience. It's not enough to be likable or fun. True partnership requires depth, emotional intelligence, and the willingness to put in the effort, even when it's not easy. It's not about finding the right person, it's about being the right person. Marriage isn't about perfection or always getting things right, but it's about showing up every day, choosing love, and committing to grow together. A great husband makes his partner feel seen, heard, and supported, and that's what truly matters. Number 7, why men need freedom to fully commit. Here's a harsh truth about men. We value freedom above all else. Independence and personal space are deeply tied to our sense of power and control. When a man feels pressured to commit or show love, he often feels like his autonomy is being stripped away. He needs to choose commitment on his own terms. As strange as it sounds, a man needs to feel like he can leave in order to stay. Think of it like attending a party. He needs to know there's a door he can walk through whenever he wants. Having the freedom to leave at any time is essential. But if the party is lively, engaging, and fun, he'll stick around, not because he's obligated, but because he genuinely wants to enjoy every bit of it. In relationships, men feel the same way. If they feel restricted, they'll withdraw. But if the relationship brings joy, adventure, and mutual understanding, they'll choose to stay willingly. A strong relationship isn't about chaining someone to you, but creating an experience so compelling that he won't want to leave. True love flourishes when it's freely given, not when it's demanded. Number 8, revealing the past is the worst thing. Here's a harsh truth about relationships. Both men and women might claim they want to know everything about your past, including every detail of your sexual history. However, sharing too much can create friction and tension. Honesty is vital, but there's no need to detail every encounter, every kiss, or who was the best kisser. Revealing explicit details can provoke jealousy and insecurity, leading to unhealthy dynamics in the relationship. Trying to make your partner jealous by divulging past details only breeds toxicity. It's more constructive to focus on building trust and understanding in the present rather than stirring up past insecurities. Being replaced can happen almost instantly when a man feels dissatisfied or threatened. As Steve Jobs once said, "Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work." Similarly, in relationships, satisfaction comes from building something meaningful and fulfilling, not from dwelling on past comparisons. Focus on nurturing your current relationship rather than reliving past details. True connection and growth come from mutual respect and a shared commitment to the future. Number 9, beware of the chasers. Watch out for the chasers. Many men are more interested in the pursuit than in the relationship itself. A secure man shows genuine interest and doesn't need to chase. If you start playing hard to get or using manipulative tactics, he'll likely shift his focus elsewhere. A man who chases intensely is often driven by the thrill of pursuing what seems out of reach. Once he has achieved his goal, whether in a few months or years, the initial excitement can fade and he may seek another chase. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." The chase can be an illusion of satisfaction, not true fulfillment. True commitment comes from mutual respect and understanding, not from the thrill of pursuit. If a man's actions are driven by the chase rather than genuine connection, it's a red flag. Build relationships with those who value you for who you are, not just as a conquest. Number 10, clearly define your purpose. Here's a harsh truth. If a man lacks direction in life, no woman will ever be good enough for him. A man who doesn't have clear goals, a driving passion, or a vision for the future will struggle to invest deeply in a relationship. If he's not motivated by his work, dreams, or personal growth, how can he be expected to be passionate about you? Imagine a man's life as a garden. If he knows exactly what he wants to grow and cultivate, he'll appreciate every flower that adds to his vision. But if he's uncertain about his goals and lacks a clear purpose, he'll only see you as a source of relaxation, not as an inspiration. A man without purpose will react to relationships without true engagement. As Tony Robbins puts it, the only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment. For a man to deeply value and commit to you, he must first have a clear, committed vision for his own life. Seek out those who are driven by their own goals and passions. They are the ones who will appreciate and value you as a meaningful part of their journey, not just a fleeting distraction. Number 11, trust. Trust is everything to a man. Once it's broken, repairing it is incredibly challenging. For men, loyalty and trust are the bedrock of their relationships. A breach in trust can leave lasting scars, making them hesitant to open up or fully commit again. Think of trust as a fragile glass. Once shattered, it's tough to piece back together. When trust is damaged, it impacts not just the relationship, but the very foundation of emotional security. If trust is betrayed, the pain can drive men to guard their hearts more fiercely, making it harder for future relationships to thrive. To build and maintain trust, it's crucial to be consistent, honest, and respectful. True commitment means understanding the weight of trust and working diligently to preserve it. In relationships, just as in life, the strength of your bonds is often measured by the integrity you uphold. Number 12. Assessing the situation is key. Silence often carries more weight than we realize, especially in relationships. While many women are conditioned to express their emotions verbally, men may often retreat into silence. This isn't necessarily a sign of indifference or lack of care. For many men, silence is a way to process their thoughts, emotions, and even challenges. Yet this quiet can easily be misinterpreted, leading to a disconnect between partners. In our fast-paced, talk-heavy world, silence is often uncomfortable. But as Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Let us be silent, that we may hear the whispers of the gods." Silence isn't the absence of communication. It's a different form of it. For men, this silence can be a moment of reflection, a way to internalize what's happening before finding the right words to express themselves. However, too often, women mistake this stillness for apathy, assuming that their partner doesn't care or isn't invested in the relationship. In reality, this couldn't be further from the truth. Patience is vital here. Instead of rushing to fill the quiet with assumptions or frustrations, lean into the understanding that silence can be meaningful. As Abraham Lincoln wisely put it, better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt. Sometimes speaking without clarity does more harm than good. Men often choose silence not out of avoidance, but as a way to ensure that what they eventually say holds weight and meaning. In conclusion, understanding the harsh truths about men can be tough, but it's crucial for building stronger, more resilient relationships. These harsh truths about men that women learn too late highlight behaviors and mindsets that are often overlooked. While not every man fits into these patterns, knowing the hard truths about men empowers women to navigate love and commitment with greater clarity and self-respect. If you found value in this discussion, please show your support by hitting the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the Stoic Goddess and share your thoughts in the comments below. And be sure to hit the notification bell to stay updated with more great videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.